This morning, Samantha, I'm putting on deodorant. And the first thing for some reason that pops in my mind is, I wonder how long it's good for and when does it expire? There's no expiry date on the deodorant bottle. What is that about?
I
Why does deodorant not expire? Why does it not
have no idea.
expire?
You know what, Lisa? I have no idea. Nobody has decided that the chemicals they mix together are going to ruin your life after a certain date.
They have to. They have to ruin your life after a certain date. They have to make your armpits itch. They have to make them on fire. They have to do something.
let's
Everything expires,
let's go find a 1970s roll-on roller
right? Like secret roll-on ball. One of
deodorant.
those,
That'll set your armpit on fire.
right? They think that just because they got rid of the aerosol that all is good. It's still got to have an expiry date.
I use aerosol.
What?
I know.
What?
Because I like the
Okay, I
dryness
use it on
of
my
it.
hair, so I use aerosol hairspray. Okay. Okay, right. So we're both horrible for that.
Do
Anyways,
we?
let's get that. Let's
Can we not
bypass
just
that and
take
go back, right?
just don't take everything away from me?
Okay, we're gonna keep the aerosol, but we're concerned about the expiry on the deodorant.
Yes.
It doesn't expire apparently, and that seems wrong.
Only according to you.
It seems wrong.
Welcome to another episode of I Shake My Head with Lisa and Sam.
Hello, friends of the podcast.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, Samantha.
Lisa, how's your week? My week's been great. Do we want to talk about this right off the hop? That would be fabulous. Thank
Wow,
you.
look at you, just jumping all over it. Hey, I hear some sarcastic tones in that. I hear some. I don't know if you're being sarcastic, if you're being patronizing or condescending, because I can never really tell the difference between those two. There's something. You're doing something that's not sincere and genuine. Like when I say to you, no, it's not. When I say to you, Samantha, how's your week been? That's from the heart. When you say it like you, that is not from your heart. That's from someplace else. It's from another part. It's not your heart, though.
It's from the deep, dark reaches of my broken, brittle heart.
Right? It's from that dark heart. It's from that section of your heart that got dark one day. Right? It grew dark and bitter, that one little section.
Yeah.
Right? Isn't that what happened to the Grinch?
Well, no, but then his heart grew 2 sizes too big and burst out of his chest.
So look what you had to look forward to.
Yeah, that's exciting.
Right?
Mhm.
You have a good heart, but I just think that is not the sincerest part of it right there.
Really?
Although you
Seems
did ask how
unfair.
my face was.
How is your face?
And then I second guessed you. I'm like, are you asking it because it's ugly?
I'm asking you, as I said to you, because it's what's happening to you.
Right. So
as a friend, I'm asking about the thing that is affecting your life.
But you see
So
what
as a
toll.
friend,
No. You see the toll our friendship has taken on me mentally from all these years. I automatically think, at first I think, oh, that's nice. And then I think, why are you asking? It's because it's ugly, right?
Okay,
It's
but
red.
just remember, our friendship is built on sarcasm and
Totally.
ill-placed comments about our
Comment
clothing.
all the time. So my face based on our friendship is, yeah, I get it. It's still red. But it's looking better. But it's getting a little bit better.
Can I just say that you look like a marionette doll?
I know, right? I've got like two.
You drew some lines on your face.
Well, between you and Mike, who all weekend was calling you the Joker.
He's an asshole.
But you got to appreciate it because right now it's semi-covered up. When it's not good.
No, I know.
Now
But
it's
I
in the
just-
phase.
I know
phase where it's drying up.
I know, but it looks like it's getting better.
It's getting better. But obviously the cream has burned the hell out of it.
Yeah.
And now it looks like as though I have like hunks of food stuck to my face at any given time. I'm like, oh, look at that big old flake of skin. That's pretty. And then you think back to all the people you've just talked to, and not one person did like touch their lip or was like, oh, hey, something on your face, even if they thought it was food. They should be saying, "Oh, it looks like you got a little bit of Dutchie left on your face."
Little Dutchie.
Right? Hello, Dutchie.
Hello,
Hello,
Dutchie.
Dutchie. It did not fail. Here's the
Yes.
thing, though. You want to know what my controversy may be? My controversy may be that the Tim Hortons that I go to had the Dutchie,
Uh-huh.
had the 4 new great treats from the past,
Uh-huh.
but to make room for the Dutchie, ooh,
They took
the
away.
sprinkled donut's gone. I'm like, "You can't know. You couldn't take away old-fashioned plain for a few days? You couldn't have taken away the herb
Oh,
biscuit? Like like the stupid cookies nobody buys because 'cause they're hard and stale?"
Lisa, this is a lesson in that you cannot have it all.
Can't have it all, right? I'm learning that I have to make choices and decisions.
Oh my God, choices.
Right?
Blech.
I hate that, right?
Choices suck.
Yeah, because what if I didn't feel like a Dutchie tomorrow and I was just gonna go back to my sprinkle donut? It's gone. But you know what the best part of the Dutchie is, other than how delicious it tastes, because it tastes just like it always did? They didn't
Uh-huh.
change that. Thank you, dear Tim Hortons, for not changing it, right? Don't go changing to try and please me. I love you just the way you are, Dutchie. Right? To quote Paul McCartney before somebody
Oh.
messages us and says, "Hey, copyright infringement." Um, but this is even bigger news about the Dutchie.
Huh?
There's only 240 calories in it. It's a diet Dutchie. I don't know how. I punched it into 2 different apps.
Oh
Tim
my
Hortons Dutchie,
God.
240 calories. There's
Can't
no
be.
75 calories for 1 Timbit,
Oh.
right? For 1 bite of Dutchie, or 240 for all of said Dutchie. It's a no-brainer, right? What are you gonna do? You're gonna have
Right?
3 Timbits to a Dutchie? I think not.
I think not.
I
I
think
think that
not.
Dutchie is the way to go.
I think that Dutchie's the way to go.
All
Although
right.
Tara Folkert made a good point, friend of the podcast, Tara Folkert, on
Uh-huh.
our the picture I posted today, and she said, "Too bad all the favorites weren't in the Timbit size."
Oh.
But then the problem, like, I thought that's brilliant, right? Because just a bite of Dutchie, a bite of walnut crunch would be
Right.
perfect. But then
Yes.
I think with Timbits, right, we overindulge. It's like the McNugget, right? There's so many of them. They're so delicious and they're little. We don't think we're eating 20 between the 2 of us, and we need to hit the next McDonald's because 'cause we're still hungry, right?
And that's what we've done.
And that's what we've done. That first 20 wasn't enough for 2.
No, I think by the time we hit North Battleford, we were still hoping we had more.
Yeah, right, and then I guess we better get another box for the next hour trip, right? So super thrilled, super thrilled, super thrilled. Yay, the Dutchie.
Yay, the
It's back.
Dutchie.
It's back. Okay, I gotta share this because I think it might be an interesting conversation.
Uh-huh.
So my niece Maria sent me a message the other night with a question.
Uh-huh.
Is cereal a cold soup?
It's a good one.
Kind of interesting, hey?
Technically, probably not.
Technically, cereal. I said no. Cereal's a cereal. It's in its own category.
Yeah, because a soup means you put everything in one pot and it cooks together.
But a soup in a bowl is just a soup in a bowl. It's just liquid in a bowl.
It is with stuff in it, but it's made
Right.
together. A soup and a cereal and a milk don't play together until they get poured into the same bowl.
So that's your reasoning.
That's my reasoning.
That's your
Because
reasoning. So
they don't cook together.
what about oatmeal?
Oatmeal's not a soup.
Oatmeal's
It's
a
oatmeal.
cereal. It's a hot cereal. Is it just an oatmeal?
Oatmeal.
And now we're having, and what about cream of wheat?
It's cream of wheat.
Right. So then you got to start breaking it down.
It's a breakfast food.
It's a breakfast food.
Mm-hmm.
Do you like cream of wheat better than oatmeal?
I prefer oatmeal. I've never been a huge fan of cream of wheat.
Funny, I don't like textures, but I'm okay with the texture of cream of wheat.
Oh, that's so you're psycho. That just
it's
tells me right there.
Right?
Do I like oatmeal or do you like cream of wheat? I like cream of wheat. You're a psycho. There, that's my
Right?
test. That's my psychological test. Congratulations. You failed.
You failed. You're a psycho.
You're a
You're all the
psycho.
things that deep down I thought you were. You just proved it with that statement. Way to go, Lisa.
Cream of
I've
wheat
just
is
phoned
disgusting.
right? I've just phoned 911. There should be a knock on your door in about 1 minute.
I remember eating that too many times as a child, and I've
I
never
loved it as a
enjoyed it.
child.
No, you back that statement up.
My mom
You
used
liked
to make it
because you added milk and probably
brown
2
sugar
scoops of brown sugar.
and lots of brown sugar.
Right.
And I love that shit,
Nope.
man.
No. Nope. Nope. Nope.
Totally.
Nope. I prefer
liked it.
oatmeal.
I liked it better than an oatmeal, although I don't mind a packaged oatmeal,
Yeah.
but I don't put milk on it. I just put the water. I don't want a lot of water. I like it as a paste, like a thick,
Right.
clumpy paste.
Thick, clumpy oatmeal.
Right? So I feel that we're eating that oatmeal not as it's intended.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Ever,
All
right?
right.
Okay.
I'm just
So cereal is not a soup, cannot cross over.
No, it's not a
I
crossover.
didn't really think it could either, but I thought interesting question, right?
I feel like because it isn't made technically together, then
Okay.
and the only reason it becomes a cereal, like soup like, is when
Yeah.
you pour the milk on it. So technically, not soup.
When you Yeah, I think you might be right there.
I don't know.
I think you might be right.
That's just me.
Okay. I'll go with it. I'll go with
You
it.
gonna argue with me? Come on, let's go.
I'm
Let's
not
go 5
arguing.
rounds.
Hi. Get your black heart out. Just have your good heart right now.
Oh, I guess I have my good heart. Okay. I got bigger fish to fry. Okay. I need to know what song plays in your head day in and day out. Because mine changes from like the next big song that I've heard. And because I watched the movie Saltburn, which by the way, bizarre, weird, and everyone probably should watch it, and you will be like, holy shit. But that's okay because the soundtrack is phenomenal.
Okay.
And the song that plays in my head is Murder on the Dance Floor, and it's apparently from 2006.
How does it go?
Murder on the Dance Floor. And it's very disco-esque, but it's very cool. Super cool.
Do I know the song?
Maybe if you heard it. I don't like Michelle. When I was talking to Michelle, the HHG, she knew what I was talking about. I'm like, how did you hear it? And I don't remember this song, but this artist is from the UK, so potentially we may not have heard that.
But I think that the HHG's prime music was the 90s when she broke free. Right? So she knows her 90s, right?
She does. And this song just plays in my head. And anytime I'm just like sitting somewhere, all of a sudden it's like, murder on the dance floor. Da, 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 and I'm like, what the fuck? What the fuck?
I have 2 songs. Now I have 3. So prior to this conversation, we were just talking about how soup isn't a soup because it's not mixed together.
Uh-huh.
Reminded me of a song of my youth. Do you remember this song? Gonna make a purple stew, whip, whip, whip. Gonna make a purple stew. You remember that song?
What?
Purple potatoes and purple tomatoes, and you in a purple stew. No, somebody from Ontario. Can you back me up here?
I feel like this is very Ontario, and you guys are just fucked up in that province. Like, what is going on there?
Whip, whip, whip. Yeah. Okay.
Whip,
Somebody's
whip,
gonna know it. Okay. Gonna make purple potatoes and purple tomatoes and you in my purple stew.
Okay. So that plays in your song.
That
That plays in your head.
Just with that last conversation. But I have 2 songs daily that play in my head, depending. First one is I got that sunshine in my pocket. That one. Always, as I'm like just happy go lucky. Right? I'm like, got that sun. I only know that chorus. The other one, when I'm like walking through the halls of the hospital thinking I own it. Ready for this? This is what comes to my mind all the time. Ain't nothing gonna break my stride. Nobody gonna hold me down. Oh no, I got to keep on moving.
Isn't that Dexter Midnight Running or something?
No, I don't think it's them, but it's somebody from the 80s.
No, I'm pretty sure. No, I think it's them.
I don't know.
Slow
who it is.
me down. Oh, I got to keep on moving.
Ain't nothing gonna break my stride. That's what I do. Always playing in my head as I'm walking my steps at the hospital. Right?
Oh my God, of course.
So weird, hey?
I was surprised it wasn't Anne Murray. That's all I'm saying.
Well, Anne Murray is always that's the theme of my life, right? A snowbird.
Okay. All
Thank you.
right.
Okay,
All
but you
right.
know what? I got a nice shake my head. I'm
Uh-oh.
shaking my head today, Samantha. Oh, at people who are not brushing off the back of their windows.
Oh.
Friends of the podcast, we had a lot of snowfall.
We did.
People aren't brushing off the back window. That's the easiest window of the car to clean.
Yep.
It's the easy one, right?
It is the easy
No windshield wiper, barely. Some people have a windshield wiper, should make it
one.
easier.
Uh-huh.
Put it on. I'm shaking my head. Why are people
Um,
not clearing out the back window?
it's cold. They
You
don't
can't
want to.
it's against the law not to. You got to be able to see out your windows,
That's true.
right? You or I
Totes
would get
true.
pulled over for that,
Yes, we would.
right? We would get pulled over and we'd be like, "Yeah, so I got a ticket today." "Oh, would you get a ticket?" Imagine that conversation. "What'd you get a ticket for?" "I didn't clear off the snow from the back window." Seems like an inexcusable ticket,
And
right?
everyone that you know would be like, "You lazy."
You're lazy. So lazy, right? Oh, just shaking my head at that. So
I
many cars,
I know. It's
right?
bad.
Oh, really bad. Come on, people. Don't
Come
be so
on.
lazy. Don't be
I
so
know.
lazy.
Okay. I'm shaking my head at me
Oh,
because we finally have weather that forced me into trying my 2 winter coats.
okay.
I
Oh,
was
okay.
living very nicely in my fall quilted jacket.
Yes, you were.
I enjoyed it quite a bit. It got a
Yes.
good 4 months of use. It was delightful. And then I was like, oh, it's going to be like -20. It's getting cold.
Because we knew
So
the day was coming.
I knew it was coming. And I'm like, I need to try them on and I just need to deal with the
Oh,
results. I just need to deal with the results.
and
So I tried it on. They still zip up.
they still nice, hey?
In both, well, in the black one, I mean there's room. In the other one that's a little bit longer and heavier because it's like -36 outside, so that's the coat you wear
Yeah.
when it's -36. I wouldn't want to do anything
S-
vigorous in it.
Is it you're snug like a bug in a rug?
It's snug.
It's
I
snug.
look and then all I think when I walk and people are looking at me and I'm like, someone calls me the Michelin man, I'm fucking taking off this coat and I'm gonna strangle them with it.
I don't think I'd think of you as the Michelin Man. I think maybe I could see you looking like a weeble. Weebles wobble, but they don't fall
Wobble.
down,
Yeah, because I'm
right?
not tall.
Because you're not tall and you're like in said puffy coat.
Yeah, and said puffy coat. But yeah, I was shaking it. I was afraid to try them on, so I shook my head at myself because I'm like, don't be a wimp, bitch. Don't be a wimp.
Just do it. Just do it.
Suck it up.
Just do it. I did mine up. It zipped up too. However, right? Then the same thing happened as in other years. My sleeve on my sweater goes up to my armpit. I feel constricted. I'm like, this is not a true representation of how I think this coat's supposed to feel because everything inside it is one big bunch.
Yeah, pretty
A
much.
left-sided bunch and a right-sided bunch, right?
You gotta hang onto your sweater when you stick your arms in.
I don't feel I should have to actually.
Oh,
I
I
don't
see.
feel that coats should come with when you put your sweater on, make sure you're hanging onto it. They shouldn't come with a set of rules,
Or instructions.
right? They shouldn't come with instructions. Coat, right? I get how it works. Been wearing them for 55 years almost now.
Yeah.
And just last year, I started noticing that they make coats different because now they make the sleeves skinny, right? And my sweater doesn't fit that sleeve very good anymore,
No, you got bat wings, so that doesn't help.
right? And now we're flapping, right? We got
Bloop,
flaps.
bloop.
Okay, so
Yes, we watched
I
it.
did it. I watched it.
We watched it.
I watched it. I watched it.
We're one of 500 trillion people who have talked about the Golden Globes.
I know everybody's talking about it, right?
Everybody.
I feel that we're different though because he's our guy.
We like Joe Coy.
We like Joe Coy, so I'm not going to hate him because of this.
No, he made
I
some
think
really bad jokes.
he did, and I think Whoopi Goldberg said something really good about him on The View. Whoopi Goldberg said, when you are a host of that show, it's really really hard,
Uh-huh.
and if you don't understand the room,
Uh-huh.
it's harder.
Yep.
And she said, as far as stand-up comedians go, he's one of the best and he knows his stuff.
Yep.
And I'm like, it's true. You could tell he did not, you could tell from how quickly the spit in his mouth dried up
I
that
know.
he did not know the room. Like he knew it was going south so fast,
He did.
right?
He
From the
did.
first lick of the lips
Yep.
and the moisture was gone.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, some of the jokes were bad, but I don't think he writes all the jokes.
No, but they weren't good.
They weren't good.
They were ill placed, and he's getting a lot of backlash for talking about Barbie. The way that he did it was a bad Barbie boob joke.
Right?
The
It
way
was
he
a very
talked
bad
about the gentleman who was in Saltburn, because in Saltburn, spoiler alert, you see his pee-pee.
Is it as great as what they say?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
It's here. It's a pee-pee.
It's a pee-pee.
It's a
Okay.
pee-pee. And then he took, what I thought was interesting is that he took shots at Robert De Niro being a father at 80,
Yeah.
which I was like, okay. Everything wasn't going great.
It wasn't
All
going
of the
good.
stuff was landing wrong. It didn't sound good. Instead of praising Barbie or just picking on something different about Barbie, he went for like the thing that women always get talked about.
Right.
About their bodies, right?
Yeah.
The boobs. So,
Yeah.
and then he made the bad joke about Taylor Swift
She
getting
didn't impress us. She wasn't impressed.
getting less camera time. And I'm like, dude, that's not even fresh.
No,
Everybody's
that's
talking
old,
about
right?
that.
Like that's just so old now. Like we're
Yeah.
over that now, right?
It's not fresh. So, and then he disappeared, and then he stopped talking.
And then he barely came back.
He barely came back. They barely let him end the show.
It's like he had to be after he got banished. Then it was like he would come back to introduce the next guest after the commercial, and then he would slip another bad joke in, and then he would be 3 commercials till he came back. No more commercials till you come back, right? Remember, I texted you. I'm like, I feel that they put him in the corner. Right?
They have put him.
He is totally in the. Joe Coy went to the timeout corner.
Yeah, he did. And then apparently he was on the next day he went on to GMA 3.
Okay.
And he was just he said again, he goes, I only had 10 days to prepare. And I'm like, you know what? I guess maybe, sure. But
it's your craft, right?
Yeah. Like I don't know. Like honestly, you could tell he was incredibly nervous.
Yeah.
You could tell that. And then when he started losing his spit, and I'm like, this isn't going well.
I've only ever
This is
seen
not
that one
going
other
well.
time. That lady I fired.
Yeah. So it's not good.
It wasn't good.
No.
It wasn't good. He needs to stand up about his culture because that's what's funny.
Right. And I think that he has a certain type of audience. And is it A-list celebrities?
I don't think it's A-list celebrities.
No, I don't think they would find his type of comedic.
I also don't think that he is in the same list as a Jimmy Kimmel. He's not there yet. I don't think he's there yet.
No, he's not, because Jimmy hosts a TV show.
And lots of people were like, who is this guy?
Right. But nobody else wanted the gig.
Well,
he got chosen.
So when they come to us, we might turn it down too.
Yes, because 10 days obviously is not enough time to prepare. One of us will watch the shows and one of us won't.
Right. One of us will. I totally will not watch the shows. I won't lie about it. I'll just say,
and that will be in bad taste. And I will have to explain you to a room full of people who don't know who the fuck we are. And that would be horrendous. I would walk off and I'd be like, you're on your own.
But I think I would still wow them with my charisma and my charming personality, and they would love me by the end.
Or we could just do what Will Ferrell and Kristen Wiig did, and just do a weird little dance to a song. That was funny.
They're funny. They're funny no matter what.
Now people are saying that they should host the next Golden Globes next year.
Yeah.
That could be fun.
Good. They'd be good. Samantha, I think we better talk about the elephant in the room.
Yeah, fuck you, weather. Fuck you. Fuck you. I said I want, and my friend John said, "You were saying you miss snow." Because I told him, I said, "Snow sucks." And I'm like, I am a prairie girl, which gives me the right to have a love-hate relationship with snow. And right now,
Totally.
fucking hate you, snow. I
Right?
fucking hate you.
Meanest joke ever played. Mother Nature. You
Fuck
you
you.
you stay away and then you just come whole bore, full bore, just
And
raining
she's like,
down.
na 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 na
Yeah,
splat.
right? Here it is.
So
Not
much
bad enough.
goddamn snow.
Give you so much snow, and in 2 days we're gonna make it -50.
Oh, it's
Right?
fucking cold, all right.
It's gonna be cold. It's gonna be
It's
chilly.
it's so bad that I can hear through my window in my apartment the crunch of the snow when tires go
Yeah,
over it. That's when you know, when you hear
right?
squeaky snow, that's when shit goes sideways. That's not good.
When it sounds, you know it's cold in Saskatchewan when Lisa's winter coat sounds like it's gonna break apart into a million pieces, right? You know the sound, right? Remember the sounds? Sounds like plastic and it's not, and it sounds like it's just gonna shatter, right?
In a million pieces.
I'm like, "Oh, must be cold. Listen to me."
Yes. But
Right?
one of us has a bigger beef.
Oh,
One of us has a bigger beef. Me.
tell
I
me.
must tell them the tale of how I was so prepared to get up early, and I was.
I
I
got
was out the door at 7:30 this morning to get to my job on time because I knew that I was going to go a different route because the streets were going to be horrible and I was going to
man,
be
I saw
prepared
what time you
for all the
posted TikTok
things.
this morning. I saw the TikTok that you I saw what time you posted TikTok, and I'm like, "Why is she up so early?"
I was up, I was going, I was gone. I got into my car. I go up to get I'm in heated like heated ground part underneath parking, and I go up the ramp and I'm like, "Oh good." And then all of a sudden and my car was like, "No bitch, no you're not." I slid
No,
sideways, almost hit the building, corrected, slid right back down through the opening. Fuck.
nobody put any salt out?
No, because it's a heated ramp. So the heated ramp is not enough to melt the snow and ice that had already accumulated at the very top. And I'm like, shut up.
Oh,
So I tried it one more time. I backed up
wow.
and then I gave it a go. Nope. Slid right back down again. And I'm like, shit. So I go and I'm like,
Huh.
I go to the main doors and I've got my phone in my hand and there's lovely people from the building there. The president of the condo board is sitting there and she's like, "Oh, is that you trying to get up the ramp?" Yes. Yes, it was.
Right?
I'm like, "Is that going to be fixed? Like, what happens? Like, how come I can't get up it?" "Oh, well, blah, blah, blah." And I'm like, "Okay, fine." So getting a cab it took me 45 minutes to
I was
get a
gonna
cab.
say, right? First storm of the year.
Lovely gentleman picked me up right away, got me to work in 15 minutes though.
That's good.
Really great. And then
That's
I
good.
was freaking out because the control freak in me, who is now does not have a car to get home, was like, now I have to rely on a busy cab company to come get me after
And
work. And I was
you
like,
hate
so I pre-booked.
of course you did.
I
Who you
pre-booked
would
because I can't handle life. And all I thought when I spent $80 on cabs today.
wow, ouch.
$80 because I live on the
So,
opposite end of the city.
I'm just right now trying to figure out where I think you don't live now. Okay, so
I,
now I
I
can Google
I live
80.
on the opposite end of the city of where I go to work, and I'm like, are you kidding me?
Wow, hey.
Yeah. So
Ouch.
I
So
was
will your
just like,
parking be better tomorrow?
I don't know. I hear them cleaning the parking lot, but that doesn't mean that they're doing anything to the ramp.
Because it can't just be everybody must not be happy with that situation.
There are people going up and down the ramp, like because their car can handle it. So it's only my car that can't.
You have to get some sandbags and put them in your trunk.
I guess
You need
so.
you need
My
more weight.
my
Gotta go
car
to
is too
co-op.
light to get up the hill.
I guess, right? You gotta get some sandbags or something.
I'm not happy.
Well, you know
So
what?
fuck
this
you,
is
mother weather.
where yeah, fuck you, weather. This is where my mantra for 2024 will come in handy for you, okay? It's
Uh-huh.
just deep breathe. Deep breathe. So far, everything in 2024 is causing me to deep breathe, right? Deep breaths. Deep
So
breaths,
that
Samantha.
so that's the theme for 2024. Deep
Deep
breaths.
breaths. Deep breaths. Yeah, totally. That's the thing.
Okay, so then the mantra is hitting people is bad. Hitting people is bad.
Jail time would kind of suck. Jail time would kind of suck, right? I'm too old for
Yeah.
jail.
Too old for jail.
I don't think they have Netflix there, right?
They
That's what you have
probably
to do,
don't.
right? Right?
Oh.
Right? I have to remember to take a deep breath, right?
And how many
'Cause
times are we doing that in a day?
so far a lot, because 2024 right now is really elevated. It's really high. It's really up here. Needs to come back down. We're barely even we're 10 days into it. It can't live up here for 12 months.
We are 10 days in. It's
We
not,
will not
it's,
survive.
yeah,
So
no.
practice with me. Deep breaths. Let it out, right?
Breathe in, breathe out.
Take some deep breaths, people. That's what we need you to do in 2024.
Is it a deep breath or is it just a really big sigh? Oh,
Well, if we're going to be friendly, if we're just going to be positive, it's a deep breath. If we're feeling negative, it's a sigh,
it's a sigh.
right? Just depending on the day. You can I'll give you that. It can work however you need it to work, right? It can work however you need it to work. Okay.
Oh,
So the Gibsons, guess what we did? We binge watched
oh,
Gypsy Rose.
she's weird.
Oh, okay. So, friends of the podcast, if you don't know the story, she was unfortunately a victim of Munchausen by proxy,
Yes.
which meant her mama needed her kid to be sick so her mama could get attention.
Mhm.
Totally messed up, right? Like this kid grew up thinking she couldn't walk, she had cancer, she had all this shit, right? Like totally messed up, right?
Yeah.
But she didn't. But then things took a terrible turn. Gypsy Rose decided to kill her mom,
Yep.
right? She had access to the computer, access to cell phones, access to people, didn't think to like go tell somebody. Instead, just thought, kill my mom. So we watched it. We watched all 6 episodes.
Oh, and?
But well, number one, I think Gypsy Rose hasn't gotten any help and needs a lot of it.
Uh-oh.
Because I think Gypsy Rose is a little manipulative in her brain. She's already been on The View. She's been
Uh-huh.
on GMA.
Uh-huh.
She knows who she wants to have her played by.
Oh my God.
She wants to write a book. How about donate some of that money to people suffering from this, Gypsy Rose, who didn't kill their mom? I'm on the fence. I think that the initial part of Gypsy Rose, I think, is really sad, right? That happens.
Mhm.
That happens and nobody helped the mom, or nobody in her family was smart enough to think, hey, this seems weird, right?
Uh-huh.
I think that's sad. But now I think that now this kid who's 32, so it's not really a kid,
Mhm.
she's really kind of messed up and seems a little bit, for lack of a better word, crazy.
So she probably wouldn't have gotten any help in the prison, right?
I don't know. Apparently, you're supposed to get help there,
Mm.
right? She's married.
And she's married. What if she has kids?
Yeah, I don't know. She seems to be kind of exhibiting very controlling characteristics.
I saw a piece of that series that you watched where
Yeah.
she was very upset and crying because she was in Missouri and her lawyer had just called and said that the state of Missouri wants her to leave Missouri. They didn't want her to
Oh,
stick around.
okay.
So that's why her and
Right.
her husband had to go to Louisiana because the
Right.
state of Missouri said you can't stay here anymore. You
Yeah.
got to go.
Yeah.
Apparently
You gotta
because it's
go.
not safe because she's so popular, like she's so famous now.
Right. Right.
So
I don't know. It was interesting, but weird.
I don't know.
But weird.
Uh-huh.
That's all I
Yeah.
got to say about that. Watch it if you
Alright.
want. It's like interesting.
Well, you know what? Okay, because have you watched the one with Brooke Shields called Babyface?
No, I haven't watched that one yet.
It was on TV, but I watched it before then. And
Yeah.
her mom was quite controlling as well.
Mm-hmm. Totally.
That was a little freaky, the whole story that
Yeah.
kind of, you know.
Right. Yeah, like she had a weird mom too.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So
So
I don't know,
I don't
man.
know. It's kind of weird.
It's a little
Messed up.
weird. Just
Messed up.
messed up.
Messed up.
I need to know, at what age do we just start saying, I hate everything? Like, are we in those
This age.
I hate
We're here.
everything years?
We
Yeah.
welcomed it. We welcomed it. Ushered it
2024.
in. I hate everything.
I hate
Deep
everything.
breath. I hate everything. Yeah. Right? Right? Because what all don't right now, think about it, what all don't we hate, right? Do you
Oh.
like people? Nah.
No.
Some days I hate
No.
people. Right?
You know what I'm really finding annoying? And if for some, it shouldn't anger me, but it's not angering me, but it's really annoying, is all the people that I see on social media going, oh my God, I'm getting organized. I'm going to do this. And this is how I do
Right.
this. And I'm like, oh my God,
Yeah.
fuck off.
Just live messy. It's fine. It's fine. Nobody
Do
cares.
you need to live that organized in your
Right?
life?
Like
I
nobody
don't know.
cares.
And it just really sets me off. And then these other people who are like, it's veganary. I'm not going vegan for a whole month. Go away. Stop
Go away.
spreading your veganness everywhere.
Right? I
And
mean,
then
if you want to be a vegan. That's fine.
that's fine.
Be one.
And then the people who are like, oh, it's dry January. You know what? I don't care what you do. Can you just not have the air of being a pompous ass also included in that whole thing that you're doing?
Yeah,
like, I'm doing veganism and I just feel like I'm the best.
Yeah.
And like, ugh, no, you're not.
HHG and I decided that dry January doesn't sound very exciting to us. And we think that we would be all in for like a day in March. Has a little better ring to it, right? A day in March. We might make our own and call it a day in March.
I guess my question is, because we are in the I hate everything era of our lives, and it could be because we're in menopause and our hormones are all fucked up. So we just hate everything to begin with.
Could be
from the start.
Could be.
I don't know.
We start off hating.
I don't really care. But it's just like, why? I blame social media because we're so attached to our phones and all the quick things that we can look at. And this gives people the weird idea of like, let's try and get everybody to do everything the same. Like, let's get organized, let's be dry, let's do this. And I'm just like, go away. Why am I watching this?
Yeah, I kind of agree with that. And I mean, and I'm all for, right? You want to do those things, feel free to do them. Do them for the right reason. Do them. It doesn't mean that I'm an idiot because I'm not doing them. Right? And you're right. And that's how you feel, right? You feel like, I feel shameful.
You know what it is? It's the attitude that comes with it.
Right. You're secretly shaming people.
Right.
Just do your thing. You don't want to drink in January? Don't have one. That's fine.
And like one of the quotes that I put on one of our stories, dry January is just simply moving to a Sauvignon Blanc. It's not actually that dry.
Right. It's not that dry.
Not that dry.
That's kind of true, right? Yeah.
We are in the I hate everything era.
Totally, right? Which then again just now brings me to an I shake my head. It's not a negative one. It's just one that I was shaking my head at this morning. Why is it that we're taught from a young age that warm or hot water cleans everything, right? You do your dishes in hot water, you wash your hands with hot water, everything hot water, but yet we clean our teeth with cold water.
Oh my God.
We all got dirty mouth. Or not as clean as it could be mouth.
Should we be washing our teeth with warm water?
Doesn't it seem odd?
It does.
Everything is hot water or warm water, right? You don't wash the dishes with cold water and soap. Right? But yet you brush your teeth with cold water and soap.
You don't wash yourself with cold water.
No, because you're not getting clean.
Right?
Or is that a wives' tale?
Oh my God.
Is that a myth?
Do we need warm water for anything?
right? What did they do? What did they do back in the caveman days? How long would it have taken to warm that water? Or were they just happy to have water? Right? Just saying.
Oh, that's true. Very,
I was
very
shaking my
true.
head at that this morning. I'm just like, hey,
Huh.
wonder why everything is hot water, warm water, hot water, warm water. Brush your teeth in cold water.
Or does it just feel good to get yourself into warm water?
Totally, it does, but not with doing dishes. Who cares? Just hands.
Right.
And back in the 50s, it was with gloves.
That's true.
Right? Did your mom ever have the gloves? I never remember my mom having the gloves. Mind you, I don't think she did the dishes though.
No.
Right?
No, we know what you had when you were younger, Lisa.
Right. We had some help. I'm just saying, I was shaking my head at that this morning.
All right, that's a good one. I have no idea why we've been trained that way.
Right? But that's like, is that like the star dot star exception to the rule?
I don't know. Should we take it upon ourselves to ask a dentist, or do we care?
Well, we don't care.
No, we don't care.
It's up to all we do is we just kind of come up with the idea. We don't research it. Somebody else can come. Somebody else, I'm sure. We know we have hundreds of listeners that are smarter than us.
Yes,
that
we
are going to
do.
be right now going, "Hi, duh. Let me address this." Right? And we're going to be like, "Thank you." You know, there's a reason. There's
Of
gotta be a
course
reason,
there is.
right?
Yeah, we just don't know.
We just don't know. What do we think of the Epstein list, or as I
Oh,
like to
it's
call it, the dirty bird
gross.
list?
Yes,
So
let's
bad, hey?
Blackie. Let's not talk about that.
Like, I don't want to talk about it. I just wanted to bring it up just because I feel there's a whole lot of people with the potential to be in some just hot water from a PR standpoint.
Oh, yeah, because they're not going to get sent to court or anything, are they?
No, I don't think anybody's going to jail for any of this, even though they probably all should.
Yeah.
Right? Nobody should be on Gangbang Island.
Oh, is that what they're calling it?
Well, that's what I'm calling it.
Oh, jeez. Ugh.
Right? I know, right? Dirty birds.
He's gross.
And there's dirty birdies. There's birdies on the list, not just birds and birdies. Right? Dirty birds and some of their birdies are there too.
Really?
I don't like that. I don't like that.
No.
Right? Just stop doing shit like that, people. Right? I don't want to talk about it.
I don't want to talk about it either
I
because
wanna
it's
talk about
gross.
It's yuck.
It's gross.
It's horrible. Right?
And that guy's been dead for a while now, hasn't he?
Yeah. Don't get me wrong. I'm kind of curious. Like if it came across my desk and I saw the list, I'd be curious to read it.
Of course you would, because you're
Right?
that person.
But don't get me wrong. I think it's gross and dirty. I'm still curious.
But you're still curious.
Right? It's like when that Duggar was on the list. Remember that Duggar made a list?
Oh, yeah.
That Madison list, or that Holly Madison, I cheat on my wife list, and
Yeah.
Joshua Duggar appeared. I was like, ooh, dirty bird, dirty bird. Okay,
You
that's
are
enough.
curious that way.
I'm curious that way, right? I feel if it's in print, everybody has a right to read it,
That's true.
right? Right? Freedom of speech.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Okay, but speaking of the rich, because like they don't get enough stuff. And that's just us being jealous, maybe. I don't know. But
Totally.
why do they give ridiculously overpriced swag bags to the rich at all of these like award shows?
Yeah,
Don't you
that's a good
think, do they need that swag bag? You don't think that these people couldn't afford to go get their own
right?
Balenciaga and Louis Vuitton and all this other shit that they get?
Like, I understand that they're trying to showcase maybe a specific artist, a designer, and I think that's great.
Uh-huh.
However, how about we don't, and we find a better way to use that money?
Right. Or
Like,
a
imagine if the
portion.
Golden Globes went to the food bank and said, the swag bags are worth $300 or $30 million. We're going to donate $30 million to your city for homeless shelters and food bank.
That
And
would
that
be
way
great.
I don't need the sunglasses that are in it because I'm not going to wear them. I have my own. I'm Beyonce. I got my own glasses.
Well, see, the problem is with that, the swag bags, they don't buy any of that stuff.
No,
it's all given to them to give to the celebrities so that the
right,
celebrities wear it and they get kickback from that, right?
right,
It's all a
right.
PR marketing
Yeah,
angle, right?
yeah,
It's all of that. So how do you get them? How do you get the rich swag bags to turn into money to give to something useful like the
right,
homeless or a shelter or a food bank
right.
or something? Like
Yeah,
how do you get
like
the
when Taylor
people that
Swift,
attend?
like when Taylor Swift has a concert, say in Atlanta,
Yeah.
she will do a percentage of that concert goes to the food bank in Atlanta,
Yeah. Yeah.
right? Because she's giving back. How do you get
Mhm.
these other people to give back? Take your swag bag, give back somehow,
I don't know.
right? You have
Maybe
to say no
somebody
to the
should like
swag bag.
auction off the items of their swag bag and give all
Yeah,
that money to a local charity.
to a cause,
Yeah, that'd be
right? It's
great.
pretty. Sounds pretty simple.
Sounds very
Why?
simple.
Why can't we do that?
I don't know.
Why can't we do that? You know what else I'm wondering why we can't do? Why can't you and I now just be open-minded about this? Why can't
I love how you always throw that in when you know right away that I'm probably
you're
going to
not
say
going
no.
to be,
Yeah.
right? Why can't you and I take a sabbatical from our job, 6-month sabbatical, and apply to be the people who drive the Oscar Mayer Wienermobile? Heinz is hiring for that position.
I'm sure they are.
Wouldn't that be a blast?
Yeah,
All the
that would
hot
be
you can make a hot dog in the car, in the mobile, you can make a hot dog.
my God.
We would just eat hot dogs and, like, give out paraphernalia and shit. Would that be so much fun?
Oh my God, you could sing the Oscar Mayer hot dog song to everybody.
Right? Right? You could do it all, right? Wouldn't that be so much
M-A-Y-E-R.
fun?
Oh my God.
Right?
And it wouldn't be a
Like
sabbatical, Lisa. It would be a vacation, and that would be short.
fine, even if we just did it for 2 weeks, let's do it for 2 weeks.
I'm not
Apply for
driving
2 weeks.
around somebody's mobile for two
It's the
weeks.
Wienermobile. It's called the job position is called, "We're looking for hot doggers." Right? Right?
What's
They're
your
looking for hot doggers. I'm a
what
hot
was
dogger.
your yeah, what was your your last job? I was a hot dogger.
I was a hot dogger, and before that, I applied to work with the queen. She had too much red tape for me.
She had too much stuff.
Remember, I got, like, 5 pages into the application, I'm like, "Oh, God, again? Still more, I'm done." Right?
Yeah.
Right? I could have been her lady in waiting,
That had 5 pages too many.
already, and there was more to come,
Yeah.
right? I could have been her girl, her social media girl for Canada, right? That was the job, to be in charge of the queen's social media. I'm like, "Hi,
Oh my God.
perfect." So there was so much redundant paperwork. That's the problem
Yeah.
with the Brits, redundancy,
Yeah. I don't
right?
know. I don't like where are you driving this Wienermobile?
I guess all over America.
Okay, well, I'd prefer it to only be the states that are warm in the winter.
I don't know. Well, I would hope that that's what they would do, right? And we would just like, "Hey,
Uh,
want a hot dog?" We'd just be toasting up hot dog. We'd be hot
oh,
doggers.
we'd be hot doggers.
Hot doggers. That's what we'd be doing. I think it sounds like a
Uh,
perfect 2-week vacation.
I will take it under advisement.
Okay, well, I will take that as an almost yes.
No, it's not.
I will take that as so close to a yes if I apply for that job and we get it,
If you
right?
get it, you go.
Mm-mm. Only condition, right? It's a duo.
It's a duo.
It's
Nope.
a duo, right? Yeah, it's a duo.
Oh, okay. But speaking of duos, you watch The Crown.
I did. I feel that the heat in my home has kicked in.
Oh, yeah, hot.
Hot. Hot. Girls hot. Yes,
Okay.
I watched The Crown.
Yes, and the duo of Camilla and Charles.
I watched it. I watched it. I did not shed one tear. What the hell were you
What?
talking about?
I was sentimental about it.
I wasn't. I think much of it is fake,
Oh, that's why, because you know more.
right? I'm like, The queen was a tough broad. She kept her stuff to herself. Maybe she shared it with Philip, but not everybody else.
No, she did not.
So much. I was like, mm-mm. And you know what I hated? I hate any show that's got to slip a ghost back. Right?
Because they came back at the end.
They came back at the end. Diana came back sporadically throughout things. Right? I was just like, oh my goodness. Do we need to have the ghosts?
Because it's a fiction. It's a work of fiction.
Yeah, I know. Mm-hmm.
Lisa.
I was waiting to cry. I texted you, still waiting. And still waiting a little bit longer. Ready to go to the kitchen on cue.
Oh, okay.
Nothing.
Well,
Nothing.
whatever.
It was okay though. Like I was fine. It wasn't my favorite. It wasn't my favorite season.
Okay. Well, to be honest, I'm a little disappointed because I really wanted you to cry.
Mm-mm. No crying there. Not for this girl. Nothing.
Damn.
I know. Not even close to a cry.
Makes me angry.
Yeah, nothing. I cried at General Hospital, Bobby Spencer's funeral. I was crying. More so than was way more emotional. And I already knew Bobby Spencer has been dead for months.
All right.
Still pulled on the heartstrings.
Okay. All right. All right.
That's all I'm saying about
Speaking of GH, they're bringing Jason back.
Yeah. Did you watch the 60th? Did you watch the special?
No, I didn't, but I saw that clip.
Yeah, Jason's coming back because he didn't actually die, right? He just presumably died. And GH is better with Jason in it.
That's true. He's a good
right?
Jason.
Mm-hmm.
He's a good Jason.
He's a good Jason, right? So
he's a good one.
It's really, really good right now. Every day I say to Mike, I wish it was 2 hours long. Every day. I've been saying that for 2 weeks now. I wish it was 2 hours.
I don't know if anybody who meets you and talks to you would realize that you are a General Hospital fanatic. Like I just don't.
It's my husband. We watch it every night as we eat supper.
I'm sure you do. I'm sure you do.
Totally. Oh. I don't ever miss it. I PVR it and I will never miss it ever.
Yeah. And my mother, who grew up watching daytime soaps, doesn't watch anything anymore.
Oh yeah. If I was around in the daytime, I would probably pick up. Would I pick up again? Maybe YNR.
Well, it's only Bold and the Beautiful,
and
YNR and General Hospital.
Oh, is Days of Our Lives still on?
No, are they still on?
I don't know.
They
might still be on. I think they are still on.
Are they still on? Okay.
I think so. Yeah. But no, hi, don't take away my General Hospital.
All right, Lisa. All right. Okay, well, like all good things, we've repeated Facebook Tuesday again for the last, umpteenth week. And
never going away.
It's never going away. And we played pizza. And honestly, you guys, you disliked everything. So it was a mixed bag of dislike and dismay and horridness. And I hate Greek pizza. Thank you for letting us know.
I get that too.
Greatly appreciated. And I'm only slightly offended by that.
I knew you would be, but you kind of figured it was going to go that route.
Well, and people didn't like barbecued pizza either. So stuff that up your snot.
Right.
Little nose.
Yeah. I thought that people would hate pepperoni, but apparently not really too much.
No, but they really disliked Hawaiian. The pineapple takes a hard hit, right?
It totally does. And I don't know if it should.
It's the salt, it's the sweet, it's the whatever. It's
the whole bit. It's the perfection. Right? I love pineapple on pretty much anything. I put it on my sub. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Right? It doesn't matter.
But you definitely did not hold back, is what I'm trying to say.
That's the beauty of Facebook Tuesday, Samantha, right? We put it out there. Even though we've done pizza before, these were new pizzas. They weren't old pizzas. They weren't regurgitated pizzas. These were new pizzas.
Yes.
Right?
And I will like to make an honorable mention to Would You Rather Wednesday, because people were like, I'm not wearing a bikini. You don't need to see me in a bikini. And then, of course, classic Cindy Harder. Do you want to see me in a bikini? No, actually, Cindy.
No,
I don't.
No. Nothing personal.
Nothing personal.
And she wouldn't take it personal either.
No. Oh my
right?
God. So
That's
yeah, you
funny.
guys, every once in a while I find a good one and your answers are just spot on. So
They're just as they need to be.
yes, it's
Totally.
perfect. I
Totally.
appreciate you so. But guys, you know that we have lots of other social medias. We have along with Facebook, we have Instagram, we have the TikTok, we have Twitter. And if you're super curious and want to see what we look like and all the weird faces we pull when we actually talk to each other, you can go to YouTube and search I Shake My Head because our full recordings are now there. So off you go. Go take a look. I'd love you to subscribe because I want to hit 100 subscribers by the end of January. And the last
Are
time I
we
went onto YouTube, we had
77?
77.
77.
So we're moving on up, moving on up.
Where are we going? Higher.
Higher, higher. So
Yeah.
all you guys have to do to find us is search I Shake My Head with Lisa and Sam. We're going to be on any podcast app. So off you go. Go find us. We do have Patreon. So if you're curious about our extra content, go to patreon.com/I Shake My Head. For as little as $2 a month, you get the episode early and an extra episode every month. And we are also now part of the She Podcast Network. So you can find and listen to us there at shepodcast.com/I Shake My Head. And yeah, it's kind of cool. We've joined another platform. It's actually tied together with Spotify. So the link, when you do find us, the link does
Takes you
take you
right
right to
there.
Spotify. So we're in the big leads, folks.
Right. And the She podcasts, they are movers and shakers, guys.
They are. They're very exciting. And there's
They're-
other podcasts in that network. So when they finally do make the official announcement, we can let you know who the other podcasts are.
Yeah. So follow us through that link. Of course, we're on everything, but
Yes.
follow us through this link because we want to give them the due because they're taking a chance on us. We want to give them,
Yeah.
our loyal people, right?
And just so you know, they reached out to us. Yes, people do know who we are.
There we go.
And also, just wherever you go, wherever you listen, you should subscribe to us and download our episodes so we can see if you guys are listening to the episodes and, see what resonates.
That's how we hit the big leagues, Samantha, right? We hit the big leagues by people seeing, look at these guys. They got 4 trillion downloads an episode.
4 trillion.
Right? 4 trillion. These guys, these girls, these 2 ladies from Canada have 4 trillion downloads a week.
Oh, these 2 idiots.
Crazy, right? Right? Think of all the lists we would be on.
Yeah.
Right?
We'd be
hosting everything. We'd be hosting everything.
We would.
Every single thing. Okay. I want to talk about 2 double standards between the rich and the poor that stand out to me.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Number 1, if you're not rich and you have a house cleaner that comes once a month, you're kind of considered lazy, right? Oh, she's too lazy to do her housework. Why doesn't she do her housework, right? What else does she have to do?
Yeah.
But if you've got money and have a daily housekeeper, it's a completely different story.
True.
Why is that?
I don't know.
What double standard?
It is. It's a horrible stereotype.
Horrible thing.
Oh my
right?
God. Lisa, you've just shown us a bias. That's very interesting.
Right? That's a total bias, right? If you're middle class with a housekeeper, well, why can't she do that? What do you mean she can't do the cleaning? She doesn't have kids. They can't help out. Nobody can do it. They got to pay somebody to do it. But you're Oprah. Of course, she's not doing the cleaning.
My aunts had a housekeeper that came once a week, and they felt it was exactly what they needed to help them keep up with the house and the dogs.
Right? We grew up with a housekeeper that came 5 days a week, and my mom felt the same thing, right? They were busy. It gave everything. Everything had a purpose.
Yeah.
I don't think it was because anybody was too lazy. Okay. That's my first double standard. My second one.
Okay.
If you have a nanny, you're rich. If you have a babysitter, you're poor.
Oh.
Kind of doing the same job, aren't they?
Kinda.
Right?
How do you feel about people putting their kids in daycare?
Well, I don't think rich people are doing that, are they?
No, they got a nanny.
They got their nanny, right? Right?
So, how do we feel about a nanny for rich people or someone who works, like two parents who both work, put their kids in daycare or have a babysitter?
Right? It should be the same thing.
Same thing.
Same thing.
Yeah.
It's the exact same thing,
But we
right?
don't see it as a bad thing that kids have a nanny if they're rich.
It's prestigious.
It's something we expect.
Right, right. But ooh,
Oh.
that kid's always being taken care of by a babysitter.
Yeah.
Or
See,
they're
and
in daycare,
we should just call them a nanny then.
right? It's kind of the same thing.
It is kind of the same
There
thing.
were just a couple things I was thinking about, and I was just like, kind of weird. But I think that the rich and the poor do a lot of the same things,
We
right?
just give them
Like
different names.
like rich people, they got somebody to cook their food for them.
Uh-huh.
Middle class people, we have Uber to cook our food for us. Right? We take out food. We're either too lazy to cook it.
Uh-huh.
We're not concerned about our finances. We're
Uh-huh.
frivolous.
Uh-huh.
But if you're rich, you think Oprah's ever cooking a food? Unless somebody's filming her, right? Unless she's on camera,
Yeah.
nobody's
Yeah.
ever caring. No, Oprah's not cooking,
Huh.
right? Yeah. Just I thought it was interesting.
That is interesting.
Yeah, right?
Huh.
Oh,
Good
yeah.
one, Lisa.
Oh, yeah.
I am kind of curious about something though, Lisa.
Okay.
Do you think you would be friends with a clone of yourself?
You'd be best friends with me. I'd be my best friend ever. My bestest friend.
Okay, but just remember, it's you.
I know, but I like me.
But
It's others who don't
all
know how
of
to
you.
handle me.
It's
I know.
all of the bad traits and the good
There's
traits.
no bad traits. There's no bad.
Yes. there
What's
is.
my bad traits? Name
You lie.
7,200
You
bad
lie.
traits.
You lie first. You eat weird.
No,
You don't
I don't
eat.
lie first. Listen, I don't lie first.
You don't
People
wear
don't ask
hats.
me the
You don't
proper
wear
question.
scarves.
No, I'm not doing that. I'm not wearing a hat or a scarf or boots. No, none of those things will I do.
Oh, okay. Yes. All right. So you think you would be
I
best friends with the clone of yourself?
I think I'd be friends, but I would probably be trying to take the spotlight from me.
Well, that would be weird because it would be you.
I know, but I would want to make sure that I had all of it. Would you be
How do
friends with yourself?
No.
No, you wouldn't get along with you,
I would be like, who are you?
right? Who
You're
is
so
this person?
annoying.
I'd agree. So I guess your point is valid. You would never really want to truly be friends with yourself, even though I think I could probably figure it out in a pinch.
I'm sure you could.
I'm just saying. That's all I'm just saying, right? Probably could figure it out.
Uh-huh.
But you're right. There should only ever be one Lisa. We don't need to clone. We can't clone this. You can't clone this,
No, the world would be safer with only one.
right? Just one. We just need one. Okay. I was doing some thinking about the 80s, right? Being a Gen X kid and all.
Uh-huh.
And these are a few things. Let me know if you had these things in your household during the 80s, okay? Some things you might find in an 80s home, okay?
Okay.
The kitchen clock that attached underneath your cupboards and played a radio.
Okay.
Did you have one of those?
No.
We did. The toilet paper holder that held your toilet paper with the doll,
Yes. The creepy
right?
doll.
The creepy doll. Encyclopedias.
Of course.
Did the man come and sell them to you?
No, but we had them. And we also got from an uncle on my dad's side. He gave us National Geographic. He gave us a
Everybody got National Geographic
subscription
in
to
the 80s.
National Geographic.
Magazine only got popular because for some reason everybody got it one year at Christmas.
Yeah, pretty
I
much.
never ever read National Geographic the whole time I was ever alive. I've never read it. But I remember getting a years-long subscription to it one year for Christmas.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's a good one. Popcorn ceilings,
Of course.
of course. Did you have a slide projector?
Not at home, no.
So we did. My dad had like the slide and the screen, and it's movie night. And it was a long drawn out process,
I'm
eh?
sure it was.
It was a long drawn out process. And did you have a house full of brass items?
We had brass, but my mother and like my family is into doilies.
Oh, they were into like doilies in the
The
80s.
crocheted doilies.
Okay, we did not doily.
And heavy crystal things.
Oh yeah, for everything was heavy crystal, right? The vase, the duck, everything was heavy crystal.
Yes.
Yeah,
So
totally. But we were very brass accents everywhere,
I'm sure we did too. I think that was just a thing.
right? Wallpaper,
Oh God, yeah.
right? And then your parents decided we can do it ourselves,
No.
right?
Nope. I've never seen my parents' wallpaper.
I remember my parents wallpapering. Remember, because you used to get it done professionally.
Uh-huh.
And then one time they thought they could do it.
Yeah.
Always with the wallpaper,
It's a bad
right?
idea.
Yeah, exactly. Those are just a few things I remember from the 80s house,
That's a good
right?
one. That's good.
Yeah, just a few
Um,
things.
I need to share, and I know that you hate when I do this because you don't watch the same TV as me anymore, but I
I
don't
don't.
care because I feel like
We've
our
grown
listeners,
apart.
I haven't shared with my listeners, with my people who listen to me.
Oh, okay.
um my latest find, my latest binge. Now,
Oh,
you know how I like a little action movies, and I kind of like that stuff with
yep,
things, the shoot 'em
yep.
up kind of stuff. Um I'm watching a series on Prime called Reacher, and it's based on the Lee Child novels.
Never
And
heard of it.
oh, it's really good. I'm in season
Oh,
2,
based on a book.
and it's based on a book.
Based on a book. Got to be
Yeah,
good.
and I have John watching it, and he loves it because I have good taste.
Okay.
And it's about he's an army vet. He was the head of this group of army guys, people who went and, like, I don't know, like, sought out bad guys and stuff like that.
Okay.
Anyways, it's really, really good. That's bad explanation of it, but you have to
Really
watch
bad
it.
explanation if you're trying to
Really
sell
bad
me on it.
explanation. It's like a mystery with good-looking tough guys, and the
Some
toughest
guns.
guy, the lead guy, is Alan Richson, and he is thebomb.com. He is so
Is he your new
wow.
Pedro Pascal?
He is my new Pedro Pascal.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
Hey.
But I really am enjoying this Reacher series because it's very, very good. All the characters
Okay.
in it are really, really good. So
All
I just
right.
think, guys, if you need a series and you like, you know, that kind of like mystery with a little bit of like shoot 'em up and
You're
cut
just
down
repeating
big guys,
horribly the second time.
watch it.
I want to
And
watch.
then
Oh God, you guys.
freak yourself out and watch Saltburn.
I think you should watch Beef, the one that won the awards at the
Oh,
right.
you know what? I'm going to have to go back.
Because have you watched it?
No.
It's based on road rage. That's the premise. Two people in a road rage, and I'm like, this show is all about Sam,
This is all about Sam. Yeah.
right? That's
Maybe I
Lisa's
don't.
recommendation, the one that's won awards.
Yeah. Okay. Fine.
I'm just saying, right?
Uh-huh.
Thank you for that, Samantha.
No, not really. But sure, go ahead, Lisa.
I'm just saying, right? Okay. This is going to blow your mind because it blew my mind. I just found this out today. Number one, the Vanilla Frosty is back. My first initial thought was, ugh, why do we need Vanilla Frosty from Wendy's? That's just like vanilla ice cream. Why do we need that? Then I read today that it's more popular than the original Frosty.
Yeah.
Why?
Because everybody likes vanilla, Lisa.
Ugh, not Lisa. Unless you put chocolate sauce on it and then it's chocolate Frosty. Right?
Okay.
I don't want vanilla.
Okay.
It's like Mike will sit down and just eat a bowl of vanilla ice cream on its own. I'm
Yeah.
like, that's punishment.
Yeah, I guess so.
It's total punishment. That's total. Yeah, you can have ice cream, but just the vanilla, I'll pass.
You always need your food to have a little pizzazz to it. And it's like,
I need some
not
pizzazz.
not all
Right?
food needs pizzazz, Lisa.
I feel food needs to be pizzazzy.
Okay.
Pizzazzable food. That's what I want. Pizzazzable food, Samantha.
Okay. But what I need you to answer is, are eyebrows considered facial hair?
Absolutely.
Because it can be plucked.
Because it can be plucked.
Because
No different than a whisker.
you got chin hair.
Yeah, right?
You got
Yeah.
Mustache hair.
Got mustache hair, right? Yeah. How do you get your mustache off?
Well, I pluck it.
Okay.
Or there's like a little thing that you can use to like shave it
That's
off.
I tried the little thing. It's fine till
Uh-huh.
it grows back.
Well, because it's always gonna grow back.
And then you got prickly lip. Right? You got prickly lip.
You gotta maintain, Lisa. I don't know what else to tell you.
Ugh, it's too much. Ever since this thing with my face and I've had to be out in public with it,
Uh-huh.
and the HHG was like, "You should take a sick day," and I'm like, "I can't. I'm not sick. I'm ugly." And I've been trying to make it like presentable. I'm
Uh-huh.
like, it's like a cover stick, a stick, a
Yeah.
cover up.
Yeah.
I feel I'm walking around with a brown chin. I feel it doesn't match the rest of things. I'm like, "Oh, I can't do this." Right?
No.
And
No.
everybody's like, "You can't tell," and that is "you can't tell" is incognito for "you can tell."
You can tell.
Okay? When people say, "You can't tell," you can tell. You can tell. I can tell from the
Yeah.
look on your face, you can tell because 'cause you're staring at it now.
Oh
Now
my
you're looking
god.
at it side to side. Yeah, it's facial hair. Why, were you hoping it wasn't?
I don't know. I was just curious. Do you consider eyebrows facial hair? Because facial hair is
Yeah.
different.
I don't know. I don't really have much for eyebrows, right? So,
No, you don't.
right? McIntyres were not blessed with much in the eyebrow department, and I don't wanna get your eyebrows and get them fake ones put on,
Oh God, whatever.
right? I'm just
Yes.
saying. But yeah, I think that they're facial hair.
All
I think that
right.
they're facial hair. Okay, here's something weird that happened. We're a family of 3, Mike, Lisa, and Maggie.
Uh-huh.
Our Netflix is a family of 3.
Uh-huh.
Maggie deleted her Netflix account. It's gone.
How do you know?
Because when you pull up Netflix, there's the little squares. It says Mike and Lisa. Maggie's gone. Her square's gone.
Maybe it's because Maggie never used her account, so it just disappeared.
Why? Why? We pay for we pay for it all, right?
So, do you
Or
think
did Maggie delete it?
well, okay, so let's talk this through, shall we? Because
Okay.
Maggie doesn't have fingers. Maggie doesn't even have
She's a
paws.
cat. She's a
Maggie doesn't
cat.
have arms. Maggie has a solid, pillowy body because she is a fake cat. She is
Right.
a stuffed fake cat. So
Right.
it would be pretty darn magical of her to delete her own
Well,
Netflix account.
You've seen Maggie post pictures of herself in her hat and things
Yes.
like that, right?
Yes.
Halloween candy, and there's Maggie showing
Yes.
off her Halloween candy in her trick
Uh-huh.
or treating outfit. It's hard to say. I just know I was really distressed to see that her account was gone.
Well, I feel like this is your husband messing with you, so
I don't know. I feel that we need to figure out where Maggie's going to go after Mike and I, because Maggie's going to outlive us, right? Like parrots and cockatoos. Maggie is going to probably outlive us.
I'm sure one of the nieces or nephews will take it.
It's got to be the right person, right? It's got to be the right fit. It's got to be the right
Right?
person.
Right.
Got to
You
feel
should
like
start
as though it's yeah,
you should
gotta
start
interview them,
interviewing it now. Yeah,
right?
interview them now, decide who's the right one.
Maybe that would be the way to do it,
Okay.
right? She deserves the best.
I have a final shake my head for myself.
Okay.
I'm going to shake my head at me slowing down or walking faster to the elevator to avoid riding it with someone else.
Oh my God, you're just totally crazy
I
with
can't.
this.
I just don't want an uncomfortable silence or awkward conversation in an elevator. I want to avoid it at all costs. I will linger in my car. I will slow my pace down, or I will run very quickly to the elevator door and press that button within an inch of its life.
As quick as I
Hurry
can
up!
to get those doors to close. Right? Sorry, I didn't hear ya.
Yeah. Ding.
Okay, I feel that this is starting to become a little over becoming for you. Right?
It's just something that's happening.
It is really happening.
Yes, I know. But you know what's something that's happening for you,
Mm.
Lisa?
What?
You need to let people know that you won.
What?
You won.
Yes, I won the football challenge.
You won the football fantasy challenge.
I won the fantasy challenge. Quite convincingly, if I was going to toot my own horn. Right?
So, how badly did you beat everybody?
Well, I don't know. I was pretty convincing, I think. Made me think the Boomer Bob didn't play at the end.
Oh, really?
I feel he didn't do some changes that I thought he would have made.
Oh.
But you know me, right? It's analytical. It's the most analytical, logical person in the world is me. So I was plotting. I could have made them all better. Right? Saw possibilities for all of them, but not my place.
Dear.
I had to just take care of my own team. But I
Yeah.
won. I won.
Yes.
So
That's cool. You have to shout that to the world.
I know, right? I'm gonna do it again next year.
I'm sure you are.
Right? I'm just gonna learn more about football.
And I told John that you were thinking about doing fantasy baseball, and he was like, "No, that's too many games."
Right, it's a lot of games, hey?
Yeah, and I believe your husband said that's a bad idea.
Yeah, he said no. And I think the reasoning is because I become a little compulsive with it, right?
Of course you do.
Right? Like with the ESPN one, I was like checking their stats and doing that. I was like in it. I was in it. Like I said before, the minute I figured it out, oh, now I see. Up until then, I didn't really care, right? I was just like, I didn't have the best record at the end of the league, at the end of the season. Right? I just did well in the playoffs.
Oh, okay. All right.
But I had fun. So thank you, John, for inviting me to play.
You figured you'd have a good time.
I loved it. Loved it.
Oh, okay, guys. We want your feedback on what we talk about. So send your comments to ismhead@gmail.com. We might just play it during our episode, or we might talk about it during an episode. And just a reminder that you can get some I Shake My Head swag at Threadless, which is ishakemyhead.threadless.com. We want to thank.
Where are we going to be on our tour coming up?
I have no idea.
Where's our tour taking us to?
Ontario. Collingwood, Ontario.
26th of January.
26th of January.
Right? Have we ironed out a place yet?
No, that's up to you.
No, that's up to us.
No, that's up to you.
We might throw it to the people.
Okay, let's throw it to the people then.
We might throw it to the people.
Okay.
But if you're in the neighborhood, friends of the podcast, leave that Friday night open.
Yep, it's Friday night. Woohoo!
It's going to be a lot of fun. Hanging out. Just hanging. Okay, sorry I interrupted.
That's okay. We just want to thank John Jamingo for putting together our podcast. He makes us sound pretty good every time because we make mistakes.
He's got one to fix this week.
He does.
And now maybe he has to add in a smile. We're not sure.
We'll see.
We're not sure who's adding in that's the smile.
Yeah, that's me, Lisa.
Okay, well, Samantha's got a new thing to learn this week, so
yeah,
cut her some slack if it doesn't work, people.
Yeah, thanks.
Right. Hopefully, maybe people will notice. Maybe people will be like, "Hey, that's better."
Hopefully.
I don't want to reveal it in case we don't figure it out.
Okay.
But I got faith in you. I think you can do it.
Thank you.
Now, Samantha, anything else to add this week?
No.
All right, we got a couple cold days ahead, so stay safe. Stay warm, and I don't know, probably work from home. You can't afford to go to work right now.
I can't get out of my underground parking.
Right. So it's great that you don't have to sweep off your car. However,
yeah.
So far, underground parking versus Sam, they're winning 1-0.
Pretty much.
Right. All right, Samantha. Always a pleasure.
It should be.
Who's a pretty girl? I'm a pretty girl.